She was outside sitting down, and a firework was lit, and it was one of the artillery missiles. The first one shot up in the air, and then the second one, by the force of it, tipped over. And by it tipping over, it immediately shot across the street. It immediately hit her in the left eye, knocked her out of the chair. It fractured her skull. It broke her entire eye socket, broke her nose, caused her to have bleeding on the brain. And then because of how it hit her, pretty much when it hit her, it exploded again. So it pretty much, I mean, how they explained it to me, it was more so like trying to put back together an eggshell. Everyone came rushing in saying, call 911. I'm like, for what? And they were like, Reylee. And the first thing I'm like, well, you know, she got a burn, her arms burn, her legs burn. And immediately when I ran outside, by the time I got to the end of the driveway, my uncle was carrying her in from the street light, because it was dark outside. I pretty much could see her eye kind of like exposed, and then just blood everywhere. I threw up a couple times. I blacked out, in and out, trying to talk to 911. Eventually, I was just out of it to where only thing I remember is hanging up the phone, and by then we were at Wesley. Maybe like 2 days ago, the ice cream truck, I took her to the ice cream truck so she could get some ice cream. And there was a little boy there, and he was like, guys, look at her eye. And I mean, immediately me as a mother is like, seriously? But I mean, at the same time, it's a child. They don't, you know, kids can be mean and not know that they're being mean. And she kind of like just put her, she just put her head down and kind of like turned away and turned into me. Yeah, she's healing on the outside, but it's the inside. And that's what people, like, everyone keeps saying, oh, like, you know, she's healing. Yeah, she's healing. I mean, it's a process. And I mean, like, maybe the first, I think, want to say it was like last week, we had went over to my aunt's house, and she kept telling everyone, she was like, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, I mean, she's beautiful regardless of it. Before she's beautiful. But she kept telling everyone like, oh, I'm ugly, and I don't know. It's just like things like that just hurt my feelings.